For the centering jig, I'm just going to go through the steps that I followed. I'm not going to design the whole thing, as this is considered one of the harder drawings. So sketch one, let's use my rollback bar. Sketch one I completed on the front plane. So you can see what I drew out. And then I took this and I did my extrude from the mid plane for symmetry. Plane one was created. This is where the inclined surface intersects the top face. I created a sketch. The whole purpose of sketch 2 was to use the intersection tool and or convert this edge. So I was able to then design plane 2. Plane 2, I use the edge and the face and I do a line angle and I set it to my 60 degrees. Sketch 3 I completed, which is the inclined face, including the hole through, and it goes right up to the edge. I then took this and I extruded. My extrude looks like it is a 0.26. Sketch 4 is created on top, which is just the convert in a circle, and then extruded out the remainder of the distance. Sketch 5 I drew in a rectangle, converted a circle, offset these two edges out, and then I was able to extrude away the area that I no longer need. Now I create plane 3. Plane 3 is for the two ribs that are symmetric about the center line. You'll see that dimension on the cutout section. So sketch 6, I drew in a line. This line represents my rib. All I needed to do was define it with two coincident constraints, a vertical and then one dimension. Using the rib tool, I then created a rib, and it goes symmetric from side to side, so I needed to figure out what the thickness is. The overall thickness is 0.38. Let me go back to plane 3 here. Plane 3, I need to figure out what the offset distance is. Now, because of my rib going symmetric, I needed to take the dimension that was provided and then half of the rib thickness. I mirror this over the front plane to the opposite side. Create sketch 7, which is right here, using convert and the boss dimension, and I extrude it. Sketch 8, I used a center line in the slot tool. The slot tool is hidden underneath offset. All you need is a center line. You need to mention it. I took this and I extruded up. Then I drew another sketch using the constraints of the center marks. Drew a center line and drew a slot. Extruded through, and then I went through this and added in all of my fillets. Now that completes the centering jig and the steps that I followed. You could get there many different ways.